Let's talk about the 3 takeaways from the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots game.
Inside, and a beauty! Hall running free! Brees Hall inside the 10! He's gonna score!
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Talking Jets with Tigo. My name is Tigo, and we're going to be changing up the schedule. Normally, this video comes out tomorrow, but I want to start doing 2 videos on Sunday about the game so that we can speed up the process in the week a little bit. So we're going over the 3 takeaways from the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots game. There was a lot of things that we saw in this game, some good, some bad, some absolutely atrocious, and now you see why I want to move this up a day so that I can do my 2 good, bad, ugly, and all of that video tomorrow. But I think there were 3 specific things that we can all agree that we should walk away from this game with and that we need to fix moving forward, or that we need to keep doing moving forward. But before we hop into that, guys, if you haven't already, get into the description. There are a bunch of new links there, links to the Patreons, my social media, donation pay, all of that stuff is in the description. Become a citizen of Tigoslavia, which is the country of all the Tigo Jet fans, on Patreon. All of that's not necessary, but anybody who does is greatly appreciated. But most importantly, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment. I respond to every comment left on everybody's video, on every video. Let's hop right in to the takeaways. I think the first takeaway, and this is going to be the only positive takeaway from this game, is that our defense is still elite. And I truly believe that. Our defense was the only group today of all the 3 groups that played well. Our offense didn't play well. Our special teams didn't play well. But our defense did their jobs today to let the New England Patriots, well, not let, right? But to have the offense give the New England Patriots a bunch of like really, really good field position, and then to come in, only let them score 1 touchdown, hold them to 3 points almost every single time that they marched down the field. Nick Folk scored 5 field goals today, and that was because our defense held, and they held incredibly well. The only time the defense struggled was just picking up the speed again after returning from the half, but that was it. It was the only blip that we had on defense. Yeah, we had that JFM penalty call, but penalties happen, and I'm not going to be part of the group of people that say that the JFM penalty cost us the game. Did it change and swing the momentum of the game? Absolutely, but it was before the half. After the half, halftime should be a reset, and it wasn't for this offense, and I think that's what lost us this game. This defense needs to continue to be elite because we're going to have to lean on them moving forward with the amount of injuries and what's going on the offensive side of the ball. So key takeaway number 1, the defense is elite. They shouldn't test Sauce. They shouldn't test DJ Reed. We're stopping the run effectively. We held them to under, it was 194 total yards through the air, 127 rushing yards. That's incredible, especially for a team that rushes so effectively in New England. Let's talk about the second takeaway, and that's that this offensive line needs help in a big and in a bad way. It is time for Joe Douglas. He should be on the phones right now, making calls, trying to bring somebody in. This offensive line let 13 pressures through this game. 10 of those 13 pressures came from the offensive tackles, 5 apiece. Now, am I going to blame Ogbehe for giving up pressures? Absolutely not. He was a guy who was unsigned, and now he's playing starting reps in the NFL. What are you going to expect there? But Dwayne Brown, and I appreciate the crap out of Dwayne Brown for playing through his injury, but this shoulder seems like it's an issue. And I would much rather tell Dwayne Brown to back out, go get the shoulder injury, get as much rehab and recovery as possible, come back next year because we have him for an additional year after this one, and compete for your spot next year. It's time for us to go out and trade for a left tackle. We know that Max Mitchell is going to come back. We know that we're going to be seeing George Fant come back, but I have zero faith in George Fant to play a single snap for the rest of his career for the New York Jets. I don't believe in Fant. Max Mitchell comes back. He slots in at right tackle. You got to go out, and once Fant comes back, he can be the swing backup tackle. You got to go out and get a left tackle. In my eyes and in my opinion, you got to go make a move for Jack Conklin or Andre Dillard. I know Jack Conklin hasn't really taken any snaps at left tackle at the NFL level, but he did play left tackle for 2 years in college, and he played right tackle at an elite level. You have to assume that he can move there. I'm not the biggest fan of going out and getting Laramie Tunsil personally, but we got to make a move at the offensive line position. It's not looking good, and we need to get better there immediately because they are a big reason we're losing games. And last but not least, the last takeaway is that Zach Wilson was absolutely atrocious. Zach Wilson showed us some good things, right? I'll give credit where credit is due. Hitting Garrett Wilson and not Elijah Moore. He didn't throw the ball to Elijah Moore. He only threw there once. But throwing the ball to Denzel Mims and Tyler Conklin and CJ Uzama. He had some good throws, but going 20 of 41, that's below a 50% completion record. Throwing 3 interceptions doesn't overcome the fact that you threw for 355 yards and 2 touchdowns. Zach was playing scared. He was making bad decisions. He was playing too cute with the football when he was running around. And the quote that he said earlier in the week, and I think that stands out the most, is the fact that he said, I don't want to keep escaping the pocket and throwing away. I want to try to make a play. That's the wrong idea, dude. If the play is there, you make the play. If not, throw the ball out. And actually throw it out. Sail it. Throw it into the stands. Not that third interception bullcrap that we saw. 2 things can be true. Zach Wilson, the jury is not out on Zach Wilson. We don't know what he is still. But he's running out of time. We need to know what Zach Wilson is by the end of this season. That's a fact. And the more games we see like this, the more and more he's going to force the New York Jets' hand to go out and replace him. I believe in Zach. I think he can turn it around. I think he can do it. You're given 1 game where you're the reason we lost. This is it. No more the rest of the season. Be better, do better, and that's it. We move on to Buffalo, and we know that that's going to be a hard game. Don't be the reason we lose another game for the rest of the season. The Jets still have a legitimate shot at the playoffs. We're not out of it. Hey, we're 5-3, right? After week 8, we're 5-3. That's not a bad situation to be in. But those are my 3 takeaways. The defense is elite. This offensive line needs help, and in a bad way. And Zach Wilson was absolutely atrocious and is the reason we lost this game. Guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think your main takeaway was from this game. And last but not least, go Jets.